Yo. What up? Another solo show. The homie Blackout doing he putting in work at his other job, the fake job, you know what I'm saying? The job we do to hide our secret identities of being super amazing podcast hosts, but got to do what you got to do, pay the bills until what we do here starts paying bills and mortgages. We got to do what we have to do on the outside. However, we will not let that stop us from giving you guys amazing content. So we are here, or I am here. Hopefully when we get some people in here. What up, Jen? Thanks for jumping in here and bringing you a good show. Try to keep the energy up, even though I'm tired. I almost was just like, yo, we taking another hiatus, another break for this week. But we got to keep the energy going because we want to end this year strong. So got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, every time we take a week off, we come back, internet full of shenanigans as usual. And it is our job to bring that information and pass it on to you. Have a discussion about some stuff, have some good laughs. Talking about some stuff. I don't know if you guys saw T.I. and his son had a disagreement of sorts that of course was recorded live on Instagram, because that's what everybody has to do when they're having family issues nowadays, and turns out to be something very serious to some. And then we have a whole lot of other shenanigans. We got a whose man's is this? We got jailhouse justice going on in places. So a lot of stuff to talk about. And where else are you going to get this kind of conversation except here? Episode 121 of the Smoke Pit. Let me find the intro video. There it is. That's how tired I am. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, episode 121 of the Smoke Pit starts right now.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
What you guys don't know is behind the scenes. While the intro was playing, I had to go run and do something real quick and come back. But I memorized the theme song so much, so as I was running and doing something, I was playing it in my head, and I made it back just in time. My timing's impeccable, ladies and gentlemen. Impeccable. Nevertheless, we are here, and we are here to have some fun. And as you can see, check the description. If you're watching this on Patreon, you see what's down at the bottom. I don't need to tell you what the Patreon address is. But when it comes to Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern, when this drops everywhere you stream podcasts at, and even on the YouTube, where you can watch us here, you can see the description, or I'll hook you up, and you can just look on the screen right here. And then you got join the DFP and Patreon, patreon.com/thatfeelin podcast. And you can join in on the fun live, giveaways, merch discounts, all that gravy. All of that good stuff is over there for you. So make sure you tap in with your peoples. And it's been a good year for us. We'll get into that towards the final shots and thoughts. But speaking of shots, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. It's been let me be real with y'all. It's been a long week. Work is work. work is actually living up to its name. It's mentally draining. Holidays are coming up, so you got to mentally prepare for that. Mentally preparing to physically go outside and put up lights and all that good stuff. And then you think about when you have to go back out there after the holidays and take them all down. It's a whole thing, but it's part of being an adult. So I'm here to do that. And I should be grateful for that. Got the holidays. We have the opportunity to put lights up. We have the means to do that. We have the means to have a very happy and safe holiday. So, as we start rolling into this holiday season, um, that's what this toast should be for. We should just toast to walking into a holiday season um, that is unbothered, hassle free, and just a good time all around. So let's try to speak that into existence. Go ahead. Got my passion fruit soju in the cup for the shot. So here's to you all. And hey, we made it to Friday. So let's get into this weekend and have a good time. Here we go. Salud, Pitmasters. Salud. That was not bad. That was not bad at all. But coming off that sweet, amazing toast that I provided, it is time to get into some real stuff. What up, Jen? So she's saying work sucks. I know. She left me roses by the stairs. Oh, awesome toast. Thank you. I'm trying. Normally, Black is the one that be coming here with the deep words and thoughtful things. And I just be here for the comedic relief, but I shall shoulder both personas for the show today to make it feel like you're not missing out on anything. But there is one thing I want to jump right into. So off the rip. I thought I had it saved. Let me go back and see where it went. You didn't save my video. But as I was saying, T.I. and his son King, here we go. They got into a little spat. And if you don't know who T.I. is, I can ask you to either Google him or something, but he is a rapper from Atlanta, or hails from the region, from the South. I don't know where he's from originally. He claims Atlanta, like everybody from the South does. He and his son King, I think it's the son he had with his wife Tiny. She was a member of the singing group Escape. So here's the issue. T.I. obviously came from nothing, let him tell you, to be one of the more recognizable rappers in the early 2000s. He has kind of fallen off. Nobody's really checking for his music lately, but he's still relevant. Recently, I think he just built or purchased or did something, and he's the owner of some low income, housing in Atlanta. So good on him for doing that, looking out for the people and whatnot. But because he has come from nothing into something, his children have not lived or experienced the hardships that T.I. has. His child, I don't know if this is his youngest. I don't know where he's at. I know he has a few kids, but this child here, King, is trying to establish himself as a street person. I believe because he's trying to establish himself as a rapper, artist, gangster rapper, something along those lines. He's trying to develop some kind of street cred, and T.I. is challenging him, saying, "You're not about that life." For whatever reason, during the argument, it starts getting heated, and his son King then pulls out his phone, goes on IG Live, and starts recording the exchange. And if you are a frequent listener of the Smoke Pit, you know that we over here, we need to just come up with a motto. We may put it on a shirt. Stay the fuck off the internet. Keep your family shit off the internet. We're going to figure out a way to make that a slogan. But I mean, by the love of God, like, why would you do something like this? I don't know. I really don't know. But they decided to go live, and let me bring this up for you. Let me just make sure the sound works, because normally see, it cuts on with no sound. So I'm gonna let it play. We'll sit back. We'll watch the exchange. Obviously, there's multiple clips, so we'll kind of walk through the whole thing, so everybody gets a understanding of the full situation before we discuss it.
You can't lose it. I know you. I know you. Ain't no mystery about it. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play?
So right now he is arguing with his dad, but his mom is jumping in between. That's Tiny, and he is trying to tell his mom, why you letting him do me like that, right? So we'll continue this, and you'll see how it progresses into something that is very shameful.
Play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me? No, ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and the family. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is she talking about? Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't you can do with me.
So during that, T.I. comes up, chokes him a little bit, and tells him, you can't do nothing with me. So now King gets on IG, right, and starts with these story things where you take a picture of something random and then you leave a text in there. I don't know if it's supposed to be inspirational or I don't know what he's trying to do. But in this one, you see, I don't give a fuck who you are. Motherfucker can't play with me in my face. Not going to go for it. Not going for the I'm a grown-ass man now. If I'm a mistake, say that. Stop making the world think you fuck with me when you don't. Nigga be faking an image for the internet and it ain't me. All of that stuff. So, we kind of talked about this yesterday on Kim's podcast. She had us come through. So shout out to Kim, host of the patio. Thanks for having us on. But it's along the lines of, at that point, as a father, what should, like, everybody can tell T.I. you shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't put hands on your kids like that. You should have been the one to walk away, all of that other stuff. Depending on how you were raised, I know me, for one, I'm not holding nothing against him. His son out here talking about he a grown man. He can get hands put on him like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. You want to be a grown man? Let's handle this shit grown man way. I think he's just more mad because T.I. was just telling the truth. Like you not who you saying you are, and this dude can only claim so much. A lot of athletes and rappers' kids, they grow up, they want to follow in the limelight, acting like they're from the hood. And most of them really aren't, because they benefited off the success of their parent, right? So they, as a parent, if you're coming from nothing and you're now successful, you try to do everything your kids so your children don't have to go through the same thing, right? I do it with my children. Obviously, we're not on T.I. type level, but I try to make sure that they have things that I did not have when I was growing up. And I'm sure my parents did the same thing, tried to make sure we had things that they didn't have when they was growing up. So, what up, Tay? Welcome to the group. We also got my brother Brian in here. What up, bro? But that I was saying, it should never be a shameful thing for a parent to ensure that their child has things and that their child does not go without. Now, when you get to where's the line you cross when you go from that to full up spoiling? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just give them everything, because I've seen that as well. Because if you do that, then your kids have it's the possibility for your kids to not really understand how to go out and get on their own. How to get up, get out, hard work. They lose the understanding of the value of a hard day's work. as boomer as that sounds, that's still a thing. You should still have some kind of work ethic in you to make sure you get the job done. That I think it comes with some appreciation too, because if you work hard for something, you appreciate it a little more. If it just all comes to you for free, you really don't understand the value of it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where King is at. Not saying that personality thing too. Yeah, it all of that kind of molds you into the adult you're gonna be, right? I mean, there's parents that'll be on the extreme, like, I'm not buying my kids nothing. They're gonna see how life was for me and all this other stuff. And I'm just not there. I'm just not that kind of person. Because it's also a mindset like that in the military. Be like, well, when I was when I was an airman, when I was an E1, we did, like, bro, that was in the 70s and 80s, bro. Like, times have changed, my guy. Like, you gotta adapt. You know what I'm saying? So back to T.I. and his son. How it started, I don't know, but there comes a time in every young man's life where they test the gangster, or the like when you watch a nature documentary where the young up and coming male has to challenge the leader of the pack or something like that, and then there's like a scuffle, a brouhaha, a kerfuffle, if you will. And I've had that, and my dad checked me a little bit, like, at the time I was thinking that I was ready to take him on, and I wasn't. I realized it, and the hierarchy in the household went back to normal. It's that simple. Looking at T.I. and his son, I don't know if that was the case, but I think his son was just more upset that his dad was not respecting the persona that he was trying to put out. I'm trying to find, like, any kind of information on why that thing happened. But it's at the end of the day, why did the phone come out for you to record this? Like, I'm not saying that arguments like this, like butting heads of teenage sons and their dads, don't happen. All right, take care, but you can't put it online like that, man, because now, like, you put your dad in a position, right? You were saying some stuff to him, came up to him. Your mom tried to get in between you. You didn't listen to your mom, went up on your dad. Your dad put you in a chokehold, let you go, and then told you, ain't nothing you can do with me. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing to me. Now your street cred is all over the place. You on Instagram stories, trying to post stories, trying to talk gangster. I don't think nobody believes you're gangster now. Well, at least in this household, me, at least 100% of this podcast does not believe that you are that dude, King. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you always gonna be the dude that got choked out on Instagram Live by your dad. Always, for the remainder of time, because that is what happens when your dumb ass gets online, not knowing this. You going live now, you can't take the shit back, bro. Shade Room got your shit. Hip Hop DX, whatever I'm looking at right now, all of this stuff has it. So looking at some of these comments on here, it says, let me bring this back up so you can read along with your boy. This person, Slink Johnson, says, it's always going to be one. Children, please grow up and go through parenthood yourself. Raise a person. See what it really is before you judge. This shit ain't easy as you think. Be thankful for what you got and what your parents go through for you. It's a sacrifice that's not understood until you're the one sacrificing. This person says, too much iPad, not enough belt to ass. End result of I don't whoop my kids. That explains the mouth size to head ratio. That boy looked like Wario. Oh, now they just clowning this. I mean, he is a peculiar looking boy. I don't know if you saw the, like, I mean, if you've seen his mom, you're like, okay, yeah, this is what I would expect. The like, if you had the little AI morphing game, what I expect a child from T.I. and Tiny to look like, the attitude and all that. I'm I'm not a fan of. But again, that's just me. I really feel bad for the family in this situation. They're getting a lot of this negative press. And actually, here's where I say that's why you don't take your ass online. There's been a club in Atlanta, and if you know anything, promoters, whatever in Atlanta, they tend to make these flyers, these out-of-pocket flyers. I know the more popular ones are the Martin Luther King weekend parties, when they have Martin Luther King's face photoshopped on a thing and like strippers dancing on him, or he wearing a chain or some J's or something like that, and it'll be Martin Luther King weekend party. If you don't know what I'm talking about, keep an eye out for it this January. But they made a flyer for a party, and on the cover of the flyer, they have one T.I. choking out his son King. They superimposed the faces on, I think, the scene from Baby Boy where Ving Rhames is choking out Tyrese, and they put it on the flyer. T.I. got a hold of it, ran up on the club, and kind of stood on business. Told them, ain't shit happening. I'm gonna sue you. Any dollar that you make off of the party that you promoted with the likeness of me and my son on here, I'm gonna sue you. All that stuff is going in my pocket. This, that, and the third. Whoop-de-whoop. And that club shut the shit down. You know what I'm saying? So good on T.I. for going there. Like, you're not about to do this to me and my family. Why they thought T.I. wasn't going to see it. Oh, the flyer. Oh, so you know about it, Brian, right? At what point do you have your kids subdued to make your life what? At what point? Let me bring this up so I can read it better. At what point do you have your kids subdued to make your life easier, but then when they get out to the world walks off? I don't know. And that's the part I think that one comment was talking about, having kids try to understand how hard it is to be a parent nowadays. It is crazy to expect somebody to understand what someone else is going through until they go through it. Like, they can try to sympathize, they can try to look at it and be like, man, they're trying as hard as they can. But I feel like in their position and what they're at, T.I.'s been making money for a while. He's been on TV, he's been in movies. It's been a good life for King Harris. You know what I'm saying? It looks like he is not needing anything, like he doesn't need to get out there and work and do anything. But I think, the allure of watching what his dad was doing growing up, I think that kind of got into him and made him want to do something, get some kind of street cred and all that other stuff. And his dad is just like, that's probably not the best way to go about doing stuff. But your kid got to go out there and get it however he can, right? So I don't know. Like, I in his position, I wouldn't know. I'm not a rich parent trying to. I know if I was in his position, I would be trying to teach him how to invest in a business or something like that. Like I worked hard. I've been blessed. I got a lot of money. I'm gonna give you some money for you to invest into something, or for you to go and create. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. But for that, I mean, there was one part of the argument where T.I. was asking this man, like, he was like, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face? I'm just like, the fact when he said that, like, and it's not because we were poor, don't get me wrong. It's just that I was at my grandma's house. It's story time, right? So I was at my grandma's house. This is wild bad. Like, we were all kids and we would stay there, and her house was notorious for having roaches, right? And the thing in South Carolina, you have roaches and company is over, they're no longer roaches, they're called water bugs, right? I don't know why that is, right? Like, you go to my grandma's house and it's just like, bro, there's a roach on the counter. That's not a roach, that's a water bug. Grandma, that's a roach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm 7, but that's a roach. And I Googled water bug, and they don't, recently, not too long ago, because we had this discussion at work, I Googled a water bug, it's a roach, grandma. Anyway, So they just be out and about, and we be having sleepovers and shit over there. My brother can attest to this. And then like we'd have friends come over. Like my grandma was like almost everybody's grandma. So we over there and we just laying down, and you just sleep because we just stay up all night playing video games. You just be the hardest sleep of your life, right? And then like for whatever like I just felt something on me, right? Like it was a string, like it's just like this, and you just you brush it and you feel like what it like that's not a string, like you and you get up and look and the roach is like, oh my god, bro. You want to talk about how you feel less than anything. It's not even your fault. Like I was just like, yo, there was a whole roach in my face. Like this is out of pocket. And it's not because we were poor. My grandma was doing very well. Not very well, but middle class type stuff. It was just, bro, the area you're at, like roaches just be around, But when he was like, have you ever had a roach on your face? I'm just like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Hold up. Jen says in the ER we get people with roaches in their ear. Yo. Like oh my god. I'm not even nope. We're not unpacking that. He about to have me over here throw it up for this show. But yeah, I mean it was I think a culture shock because T.I. is just like, I think I probably spoiled this kid. I think that's what the light bulb flipped in T.I.'s head. Like he's just like, hey yo, I think I fucked up. Like I over provided, if that's a thing. I think at that point he's like, I got a spoiled ass kid out here and I got to bring him back. Which I said, like families, everybody has their arguments. There's dynamics and all of that stuff. But for his son to pull out the phone and try to go on IG Live to try to like quote unquote stand on business in front of his fans and to get choked out by his dad. Now he's in this weird spot. And their family's business is out there already on flyers for parties in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be on whatever talk show talking about whatever. If they still have that reality show, I'm pretty sure ratings may go up. So it's one of those things like maybe this is a thing to boost their rating. You know what I'm saying? Or something, or just to get them back out there with a lot of these celebrity things they go on IG Live for. So the thing with Joe Smith and his wife, ex-wife, whatever they are, the thing with Tyrese and his soon-to-be ex-wife, a lot of these things you're just like, are you just doing this just to bring attention to yourself? Because these gossip platforms or accounts are going to see this and start running with it and covering the story. Maybe again, I'm blessed to kind of be in a position where I'm not that famous to where everything I do is going to be big news, but I'm also, I guess, doing well enough to where I'm not doing, it's like this weird spot. I'm good where I'm at. Uh but yeah, that's a weird thing. That's a weird thing. I don't know why people tend to do that. I'm pretty sure their followers and everything went up, but that's a strange situation, man. I don't envy that family at all, and I hope they get through whatever it is that they are going through. Now, we're going to talk about some good news stuff today. Now, it's going to sound weird when I say this. There was a prisoner who was in jail, and he was stabbed 22 times by another convict, and that convict has been charged with multiple things. He has been charged with attempted murder, charged with assault with intent to commit murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and assault resulting in serious bodily injury, right? The person who is being charged with all of this, in my eyes, it's gonna sound crazy, I'm telling you, but hear me out. is almost a goddamn hero. He's about to be welcomed with open arms if he ever gets out. I doubt it now that this has happened. But needless to say, this whole situation, everybody remembers the big homie Derek Chauvin, the asshole who put his knee on George Floyd's neck, asphyxiating him and causing him to pass away after George was telling him, I can't breathe. So last year, I believe, he was convicted, sentenced, went to jail. I'm not sure why they put him in. I don't know if he was in Gen Pop. I don't know where he was at, but apparently, my man ran into somebody who stood on business, if you will, and was like, I got to kill this guy. I bring to the stage Mr. John Tursak. Mr. John Tursak. He is the one who was accused of attacking Derek Chauvin with the improvised knife, stabbing him 22 times last week at Federal Correction Institution in Arizona. John reportedly told federal prosecutors that he had been thinking about planning an attack on Derek for months because he was such a high-profile inmate. So the stabbing wasn't in retaliation to what Derek Chauvin did. The stabbing was because, hey, maybe I want to make a name for myself by killing someone who is very high profile. Maybe that'll give me an approved standing in the prison. Maybe I'll be the Wilson Fisk of Arizona Federal Correctional Institution. Either way, I look at it as, damn, why didn't you follow through, bro? Like, come on, guy, 22 times and you still ain't kill this dude? I got to see what this improvised knife looked like. The overall thing is like it's like, do I feel bad? And low key, like if we go back and look at the tapes when me and Black were first talking about this man getting sentenced, and we were joking around like if anybody in jail want to go and try some stuff, we ain't gonna hold you. And then this happens. I'm just like, are they gonna run these tapes back of the smoke pit and say that this was all a plan of mine when I was saying that somebody in jail want to put the paws on them? Feel free. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? I hope not. But yeah, Wilson Fisk, Daredevil fan, and he dabbles in Spider-Man as Kingpin. So I'm a big Wilson, or who's the actor that plays him now? Victor D'Onofrio or something like that. Excellent. Great actor, by the way. I'm getting sidetracked. But we're looking at this, and somebody getting stabbed 22 times in prison to the point where seriously bodily harm and all that. People should be like, oh shit, that's crazy. I hope, lock that madman up. Whoever did that is crazy. Lock him away, throw away the key. What if I was to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the comments reflect something totally different? Now, let me pose this question. Something like this happens. Derek Chauvin gets stabbed 22 times. Seriously bodily harm, attempted murder, all of this stuff. Are we wrong? Would it be wrong for me as a person, as a human, living outside the wall? Would it be wrong? Is it wrong for people to take joy in the fact that he's been stabbed 22 times? Is it wrong? Is it wrong? Is it wrong for people to take joy in the fact that this man was stabbed 22 times and almost died? Or I don't know if he almost died. It didn't say he's in critical condition or anything. But let us go to the comments. First comment by rapper Joyner Lucas says he got lawyer money, meaning that he is willing to pay for a lawyer to defend John Tursack when it goes to court because John was doing the Lord's work. The next comment says, I'm confused on how he got stabbed 20 times and is still not dead. Next comment, he probably in there for life already. He don't give a fuck. Next comment, tag the inmate. I want to drop something on his books. Next comment, took one for the team. He all right with me. Free him. He innocent. Teach your man's how to squabble because he finna have more sword fights than King Arthur. Attempt, how you get stabbed 22 times and don't die? The fuck he stab him with the butter knife? What's the inmate's number so we can send him money for a legal defense team? Set up the GoFundMe. We got money. How much is the lawyer? We got in on it. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, when is it? How do we draw the line in America? How, and when it comes to being civil, you know what I'm saying? Because like ladies and gentlemen, don't get it twisted. Your boy here is all about that situation that happened. I know he's been convicted. He has a sentence to serve. It wasn't life or it wasn't death or anything like that, death penalty. However, my opinion alone, whatever happens in there, B. Whatever happens in there, B. I'm just letting you know. You put yourself in that situation by doing what you did. One, and second, I think we've seen enough TV shows or cop shows to where if a cop goes to jail, like there's already the sense of fear because you may run into people that you arrested and put in jail, right? So he has that aspect going in already. I think that's why they sent him to a jail in Arizona, right? Because, hey, we can't lock you up in the local jail because you know people in there, or people in there will know you for locking them up. So we'll send you to Arizona. Not thinking that people in Arizona got the news. I'm pretty sure they got the TVs in jail. I don't know. I've never been to jail. I've seen shows where they have the TVs on and news is playing and whatnot. So I'm assuming these people know who Derek Chauvin is. My thing is, if he's a high profile inmate who is in there and the actions he caused a worldwide movement, you understand that? Like, this man's actions sparked a movement across the globe for people to stand up for the mistreatment of minorities by law enforcement. It wasn't just a U.S. thing. Like, if it was just the U.S., I'd be like, man, that's a big deal. Motherfuckers was across the hemisphere. North, west, south, east, all the hemispheres. Speaking up against the shit that he did. There is no jail you can send this man to where he would be safe. You can go into the depths of science fiction. You can look at what was that, Men in Black 3 that had the jail on the moon. You can look at the MCU when they got that jail that just arises out the middle of the Pacific Ocean or whatever, bro. There's no jail you could have sent Derek Chauvin to where people weren't trying to go to put the paws on him. Like, it's not going to happen. So when this happens, I think I don't know if it's like, what's the crime somebody has to commit for when bad shit happens to them, like this, getting stabbed 22 times, we're allowed to take joy in it? Like, what's the thing? Like, where are we at this point? Like, what is the crime that a human has to do in order for us to be happy that he's been stabbed 22 times? That's the part that I think needs to be broken down. Because again, let me tell you, your boy is not out here to promote jailhouse violence. Let's get that twist. Let's get that straight away first and foremost. All right. I ain't here to do that. So don't be out there acting like Mac, aka your boy, is out here trying to incite jailhouse riots. Because I'm not. I'm out here to tell people there's consequences for your actions. There's consequences for your actions. He thought the only consequence was jail, right? Okay. Oh, yep. So that's a good one. Pedophile. Yeah, it's one of those where I think it's across the board. Like, you're going to jail for taking advantage of children in that way. I don't think anybody would be against you getting your comeuppance in prison. My brother says prison is supposed to be a deterrent to make you stop doing what you were doing, but it became over time a place to prove you're harder than everyone else in there. Yeah, I mean, for like, nah, I mean, that's a good point. Like when you go in there for like gang stuff, yeah. But like he wasn't in there for like I don't like. I think he is just hear me out. Hear me out. I think he's going to be kind of the catalyst. Like this happened to him. I don't think moving forward they'll be so quick to put law enforcement officers who have been corrupt in the jail system because of stuff like this. This may be the catalyst to be like, we can't send these people to whatever, or if they do, they have to be under some kind of guard that level of security that they can't be out there in Gen Pop, like Jen said in the comments. So it's just crazy. Like I'm pretty sure like this won't be the only time somebody tries this dude in jail. I'm pretty sure somebody else will try to finish what he started. Hopefully they're just like, we probably need to move this dude to another jail. But newsflash, like I said, that is Derek motherfucking Chauvin. There's no place you can send him that people don't know him and people who know who and what he did. It's either they're going to do it because he's high biz and it'll give him a lot of cred in the prison, or they just like, you an evil motherfucker and you got to go. You killed this dude, I'm going to kill you. And for them to stand on business like that and be willing to take the additional charges and the additional time according to their sentence, unless they're already on a life sentence, and it's like, what the fuck? I'm out here playing with house money at this point. But if they're willing to just do something like that, that should let this man know what type of evil he was. Now every day he is in jail, like, what did I fucking do? Like, why? What the fuck did I do? Like, I don't know if they're ever going to get an interview with him inside so he can speak to the public and be like, I was fucking wild out here. Don't, bro. The other officers that were in my little ring of fucking corruptness, hey, y'all chill. I hope he gets in it and he flips on everybody and they be like, hey, we get a plea deal if you tell us who all was in your little circle of, bad cops or something like that. But exactly what Jen said in the comments, you reap what you sow. I'm not saying I wish this man to die. However, one of those, you made your bed, now sleep in it type things. So with that being said, where are we at? 45 minutes. We can get it to how many whose mans is this do I have? I got a couple. Nope, I got quite a few. Am I talking about this one? Yeah. We'll talk about these two, and if we have time towards the end, we'll roll in another one. But I have to say, the the level of simping or whatever is on a level that I've never seen it before in this one segment. I don't know a good way to segue into this thing, so we're just gonna go ahead and bring in the Who's Man segue, and we'll just get right into it. But imagine spending $62,000 in a month on something that you cannot physically have or enjoy. So, with that being said, here is part one of a two-part Whose Man's Is This on the Smoke Pit.
Who man's is this? Who man's is this? I need to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it should come to no surprise that OnlyFans is a very lucrative side hustle for a lot of people out here. Sometimes it's not even the side hustle. Sometimes it's the job. It is what they do. They get taxed for it. They get income tax back. They invest in their recording and video AV capabilities. They buy waterproof screens for the stuff they I don't know if they do all that. I don't know. I've heard. I've talked to some people who know some people who know some people that watch things on OnlyFans. However, there is one user on OnlyFans or OnlyFan girls, or I don't know what you call them. What do you call them when like their job is OnlyFans? Whores, or I'm sorry, what is wrong with me? But apparently Ruby Rose, I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's a rapper, if she's a singer or whatever. But Ruby Rose ran into her number one fan on OnlyFans. So she was out and about and she just happened to come across the number one supporter of her channel, and word on the street, or according to this individual spent $62,000 a month in 1 month supporting her channel, supporting her OnlyFans. 62, I say that again, in the 30 days of November. I'm assuming it's November, or maybe it's the 31 days of October. Either way, $62,000 supporting somebody's OnlyFans. I'm trying to understand. And like, I'll bring the picture up in a bit. So you can see the individual. $62,000 in 1 month to watch videos, I'm assuming, of the adult variety for someone. You're I mean, obviously he met her, but like you're not, you're not actively engaging with physically, you know what I'm saying? I'll just go ahead and bring up the picture. So this individual here, so you see this is Ruby Rose and this is the individual right here, wearing some off-white Nikes. I mean, he apparently he's dressing like there's some money, I guess, when it comes to the shoes. The rest of the fashion, I don't know, because I just wear regular jeans and shirts. Like, but I do keep an eye on the shoes, and I see he does have the little off-white tag on there. That's a rare colorway right there. So I'm assuming he paid, some money. Either he got him retail or he bought him resale. If he bought him resale, that's thousands of dollars for the shoes right there. But on this right here, you see he's a crypto whale looking for a queen. That's how he explains himself, as a crypto whale looking for a queen. And here you see how much he spent on her page or on her channel. $62,321.70 to watch this woman's videos from his phone or maybe a laptop. I don't know. Subscribed for 1 month, spent that much money. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this. Ladies and gentlemen of the Smoke Pit, Pitmasters across the world, hear me out. There is no need. There is absolutely no need. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. I'm not trying to tell people how to spend their money. I am not trying to tell people what they should be into, what should turn them on, what should not turn them on. But I feel like on principle, I have to tell you that this is fucking ridiculous. The things you could have done with $62,000 to spend $62,000 on someone you have never met before in your life to provide you with no services outside of just recording some stuff that other people will be seeing as well. Not like she's just sending it straight to you, or maybe she is. Maybe she's charging extra for personal videos and stuff. I don't know. But $62,000 in 1 month? What did my brother say? Dudes like this here. The reason why some of the women out here chasing dollars like this. And I mean, I don't know what she does. I guess I can Google her real quick. Who's this? Ruby Rose? I'm pretty sure it's probably going to come up like adult film star or something. American rapper and song. You got to get the fuck up out of here. Ruby Rose. She got an OnlyFans. Yes. So she's not even. Does she do adult stuff? Or is she just a rapper and songwriter that looks cute and just is like, I got a OnlyFans. And this dude is just spending money, $62,000 on this. Now I'm invested. I'm scrolling down. I'm sorry, I'm reading this this other article. So she doesn't do, bro, she doesn't do like porn. She just poses in like bathing suits. And this man paid her that money. That is, that's weird, man. Like, I'm not saying that it wouldn't be weird if old buddy was like, just like if she was doing porn, it'd be better. But that is wild. And that's kind of creepy. It makes it seem like he is trying to buy her. Like, hey, I spent, like, you probably owe me some shit. Maybe he's not. Maybe it just has that kind of money. But $62,000, like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know you, dude. Crypto whale, whatever your name is. What's this thing say right here? User 320-764-290. My guy. Chill with that shit, bro.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
I didn't even see that video. That shit is crazy to me. I can't do that, man. I can't do that at all. $62,000 on Ruby Rose. No kind of I'm just you ever just see some stuff where you can't explain it? Like, you try to figure out a way in your head, like it's something that you would not do, but then you want to talk about it, but you don't know how to explain it. You don't know how to go about talking about it because it's just that fucking out of pocket, right? That is how I feel about this. I'm not mad at her. Let's get that clear. Off rip. Ruby, you keep doing what you're doing. Because if I was able to just get $62,000 a month, by being half naked, 3/4 naked, whatever, bro. If I could just be naked and get $62,000, that is something that my wife is just gonna have to accept. She'd be mad at first, but then when that pay stub come in, she gonna be like, all right, just don't let the kids see it. You know, I don't want you doing that, Willie. That's stupid. Oh, $62,000? Should we like set up a section in the garage for you for a studio, or what you how do we increase this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where like shit have changed. So I ain't mad at Ruby. I'm mad at old buddy. Like, I shouldn't be mad at him. It's not my money. What he does shouldn't upset me. But it does, because she's out here. You see me. You see how tired I am from my Monday through Friday. And I'm getting chicken scratch compared to this. $62,000. Like, there are some people in the military don't make that in a year. 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is crazy out here. She got that in a month. Good on her. As a sucker born every day. She found her sucker. And apparently it's not like one of them creepy suckers from Players Club that follows her home and be like, I paid a lot of money on you. I spent a lot of money on you tonight, Diamond. I spent a lot of money on you, Diamond. This dude's just like, hey, whatever. I saw her in the store. Hey, I'm going to just take a picture. Like, he didn't like stalk her enough. Nah, I don't know. I don't want to speak it into existence. But I mean, that is some stalker type level stuff, because there will come a time where this man is like, girl, I spent $62,000 on you. Like, you kind of owe me some stuff. And I don't know if you noticed, sir, that she is not in that line of work. So my brother says, this internet has changed the game. There are women that see it as a way to make money, get desperate dudes to spend their cash, and younger girls see that and they try to follow suit. That is facts. I will say that even in Korea, that is a thing. But they do kind of target the more gullible people, and they kind of, I don't want to say hustle, but they tell them what they want to hear, and then the dudes, they buy into it. And then next thing you know, certain people are bought out of contracts that they were engaged with in certain establishments around the country. So be that as it may, do your thing then, girl. Live your life. Moving on. The next one is kind of, look. All right, the next one is hella funny. But then when I saw the full video, 100% understood why the fuck it happened. Why she had to do what she had to do. It's a viral video that's gone around, and this girl is supposed to be a mermaid in either a restaurant or a mall or something. And she ends up undressing out of the mermaid costume because she's about to drown. So I can laugh because I know she's okay. But when it happened, it was just like, oh my God, this is hilarious. So I'm mad it doesn't have sound. But okay, as you can see in the video, the woman here is in her mermaid costume doing mermaid stuff, giving children the ambiance of mermaids are real. We're out here, we're swimming around. Little Mermaid probably just hit theaters. Every little girl probably wants to be a mermaid now. Mermaid fever is running rampant across the country, right? That's what we have right here. However, the Great Value Ariel is trying to get out, and her tail gets stuck on a rock on the side, right? So because her tail gets stuck on the rock, she's just like, ejectocito, cuz out of the, she's doing the, ooh, look, let me come up, all that air leaving. She's stuck. She like, bro, fuck all that. Fantasy is over. I'm getting the fuck up out of there. Yeah, her tail got stuck, Jen. Because there's another video that has it from a different angle, but you see, oh wow, mom, look at the, and then all of a sudden she's just like, oop, I'm out of here. And they're just watching like, oh shit. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I don't see how they like the level of confidence to be a swimmer in a mermaid tail is crazy, because like I would feel constricted. I'd be like, I can't do this shit. Like, trying to come out here and swim all graceful and shit. But yeah, she was trying to go up and that tail got stuck. She was like, ejectocito, cuz. I choose life. I choose life. If your daughter's whole world got shattered because now she knows mermaids aren't real, hey, I'm out. Hey, that the sacrifice that you're asking me to do here to keep your child's imagination real is not going down. The comments are hilarious. I'm glad she's okay, but these comments are hilarious. She lied on that application and didn't practice. Leave jobs like this to the pros. And then people are just on her head, right? Like, oh, so you gonna act like you ain't seeing the you acting like y'all ain't see the tail get stuck. So then she come back talking about where she at. For those saying the tail got stuck, there was clearly no preparation or practice done here, because all these things should have been prepared for. Why are there things in there to get stuck on? It's ratchet and they take precautions. Because this don't happen when it's done right. I'm glad she's okay. This person say, why she peeled the tail off like that? What do you say? Hold on, look at this. Jen's in the comments. Daryl Hannah would swim her safely, divers and splash. Oh yeah, that's the movie with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, Splash. I remember that movie. She looked good back then too. That was a long time ago. I was a kid. I was just like, ooh, wow, she's fine. She's beautiful. But like, if I would have seen Splash, right, and all of a sudden she's just swimming, and all of a sudden she just ripped that thing off and just be like out, like, I'm just, oh shit, goddamn. But other comments be like, this was a area when Ursula took her voice and she was turning into a human under there, and Flounder and Sebastian and shit had to like swim her up to the surface because she didn't know how to swim. Oh man. But no, that's why I don't fuck. People be wondering why I don't fuck with like oceans and shit like that. I told this story in here before. Like, I got caught in a rip current, and it was the most traumatic thing. I thought I was about to get swept out to the Pacific Ocean, and the smoke pit never would have existed if that would have happened. But man, being underwater is no joke, man. You willingly going somewhere where you can't breathe. You're just like, I'm that comfortable giving up my ability to breathe just to do something cool. She didn't have no goggles on, so I know everything was blurry as fuck down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see right. I can't breathe. My movement's restricted because you want me to fucking swim like a fucking fish. Like, what's the job market like out there where this has to be a fucking option for employment? What is the job market like out there? I've been in the military too long. Like, y'all let me know what the job market is out here. Because if this is what people are resorting to make the 9 to 5, I mean, y'all better just go do DoorDash or something. I mean, I know people ain't really tipping that hard. I know I ain't tipping that hard out here, but this is no excuse for you to be going out here trying to kill yourself to entertain these kids like this. Getting a fucking Chuck E. Cheese costume or something. You out here about to kill yourself. If you can get you a government job, please get you a government job with some benefits and shit, man. Because I can, oh, Brad. I'm trying to think. Like, would this be the last job I would take? You know, like, how hard would I have to, like, how close is rock bottom? How, because it got to be hella close for me to even consider walking into an aquarium and be like, all right, so what you're going to do is just, it looks like a big ass stingray floating in there with her too, man. Man, fuck all that. Or is that another, or is this the tail of another mermaid floating around there? Like right here is where I'm looking at. But yo, that is wild. That is crazy. I'm glad she's okay. But yo, if you out here and jobs is that slim where you got to come out here and spend hours upon your day swimming it, bro. Bro, I'd be at a pool. I'd be inside of a pool for like an hour or two, and I'd be like, bro, I'm tired. I got to get out of here. So unless like you doing this in shifts, like you swim for an hour, you know, and then you take a break, and then you come back in, swim for another hour, you take a break. Like that's a lot of time in this water. And then, like, if you're doing the mermaid thing, aren't they supposed to already be able to breathe underwater? So, like, even if your tail didn't get stuck, are you just going up and coming down looking like a whale or a porpoise, a bottlenose dolphin? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal here? We need to stop doing it. Like, people stop doing this. Stop doing jobs like this. Like we have all kinds of technology where we could have easily put a what is it, a hologram or something in the water so these kids could get the full fucking mermaid effect without putting people's lives in danger. There is no reason you should be doing something like this at the fuck all. Ladies and gentlemen, I say gentlemen because I know there's probably some clubs out there where y'all be in there looking like Zoolander in that fucking commercial in his movie. You know what I'm saying? Being a merman. I'm a merman, pop. Anyway, shit. Yeah. That's all I got for the Who's Mans this week. Yeah, it's a lean show tonight, man. Normally most of this stuff is taking up conversation back and forth. I know everybody's got something to do tonight. But yeah, we just figured we just give you a show, you know, a little bit over an hour. But good times. A little tired. We stayed up late, chopping it up with Kim on her show. So I guess this will be the final shots and thoughts portion of it. First things first, like I alluded to in the beginning, shout out to Kim, who jumped on here, who's currently on the road, heading up the Rhode Island to be with some friends and family during some hard times. So positive energy sent your way, Kim. I appreciate you inviting me and Black on the patio episode yesterday. It was her 1 year anniversary over here on DFPN, as well as her birthday. So we was able to turn up extra hard for Kim yesterday. We had some people in the comments. Brian was there. A few other people jumped in the comments too. So appreciate you guys for that. We are coming to the end of season 4 of the Smoke Pit in a couple weeks, and we'll be reloading for 2024 where we start the new season. And we got a lot of things on deck. I know come the 16th of September, 16th of December, the Queens of Nerdom will be doing a semi-deep dive into the world of wizarding, talking about Harry Potter, but kind of taking it a little bit outside of the movie, not talking about the actual plot, but like some of the elements of their world. I know I was shocked when I played the Hogwarts Legacy game when they had the different schools and stuff like that. So they'll be dabbling into that. That'll be coming December 16th. I believe USD and the Smoke Pit, we've been talking, probably doing a collab, doing a couple reviews of some of the amazing animation that has been closing out 2023. And if you haven't, may I recommend 2 shows on Netflix. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. If you've seen the movie or read the books, it puts a different spin on the plot. which is an amazing idea because it also leads to the potential, or it kind of teases a second season of it. And then Blue-Eyed Samurai. Jesus Christ, that is a great show. So check that shit out. Check that shit out. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. We're gonna close the season real good, real well. We're gonna close it on a high note. How about that? How about closing on a high note? I like that. But yeah, so make sure to stay tuned. We'll get around to that and expect the next Friday, the 8th. We're going to do our Patreon giveaway. We didn't do it for the third quarter. We were supposed to do it in October, and here it is in December. So this giveaway, the winner is going to get $200 because we skipped out on you guys on the last quarter. So stay tuned for that as well for all our Patreon members. And yeah, it's been a good week because I made it to the weekend, and we all made it to the weekend. If you're tuning in, I appreciate it. Shout out to my brother. He was up here last weekend when we took it off. He brought his nephew down here, my little dude Logan. Shout out to you. Appreciate you guys coming down, man. Making it as family an event as Thanksgiving could be, man. So and then I think oh man, we got so much stuff planned. I don't want to give it all away because I know these other shows are going to come on. They're going to want to talk about it too. Stay tuned to DFPN. All right. So when I click the outro, it's going to tell you all the places you can catch up with DFPN at. Y'all need to go follow those. All right. And they're in the description below too. When you click the description, you see all them things, all them links. That's us. That's us. Click on those. Come fuck with your boys. Come fuck with the team over here. But we'll go ahead and wrap that up. Doing a solo show again, not a bad time. Yep, Scavengers Reign 2. There's a lot of stuff. We're gonna let USDN and Queens of Nerdom get into that. I don't want to take their thunder, but there's a lot of shows for you to watch and a lot of stuff for you to follow. Again, the links, all that good stuff. Fuck with your people over here at DFPN. We're doing big things. And with that being said, as my homeboy Black Mac would say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 121 of the Smoke Pit. I'm bred like a king, made his Kelvin Cayley. That's my homie Mac, aka your boy. And as always, have love, make sex, peace. And I'd be like, peace.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.